Hey guys, your girl Miss P here, your college and career strategy coach, and I just wanted to show you what a verification worksheet looks like. So in my last video, I talked about what verification was, and it's a process by which the federal government and actually the school itself will check in to make sure your finances are what it's supposed to be, right? And so this process helps to limit fraud and make sure that what you put on your application is actually what you meant to put, right? And so this worksheet is going to be very instrumental to that. Now, I'm going to go through the different parts of the worksheet so that you have an understanding of what types of information they're asking you for so that you're ready and prepared to submit your things. A lot of times when this paperwork is not submitted, it does mess with your financial aid. So if you really need money for college, you definitely need to get this process done if you were selected. All right, so let's look at the different parts. So we have the first part, which is your student information. So you're going to put in your ID number. A lot of schools are going to ask for your ID number or your social if you don't know your ID number. You're going to put your name, address, date of birth, cell phone number, or the phone number. You're going to put all that stuff. All that stuff always goes at the top because they need to know who this paperwork is for. In the middle, section B, and this could look different on different paperworks, but they're going to ask for household information. Who lives in the household with you? So first is going to be yourself, right? You're going to self-identify yourself, and then you're going to add some information about who lives in your household, including the people who provide support to you, right? So if you put your mom on there, if you put mom and dad, if you put mom and mom or dad and dad, however it works for your family dynamic, you are going to put those people there. You're also going to put, if you have any brothers or sisters that are getting support from your family, you're going to also put those guys down as well. This section here, tax filing status, right? Very, very important information because they're just checking up to make sure, like I said, what you put on your FAFSA is actually what you meant to put. On this particular form for Buffalo State, they actually have both sections for both independent and dependent students on the same form, which I think is pretty genius, actually. Some schools separate it out, so you are either a dependent student, meaning you have parental information to provide, or you're an independent student, meaning you're kind of on your own and you have your own finances to provide. Now, being an independent student, just so we're clear, that is not determined by you. That is determined by the federal government. So if on your FAFSA, they determine that you are independent, that is what the part that you will fill out. So here they're asking you about yourself. Did you work? Did you not work? If you worked, right, did you file anything from federal taxes, right? So did you file anything with the IRS? And if you did file something with the IRS, they want proof, a copy, a signed copy from you. This is based on student information, right? So most students do not work where they file actual taxes, but if you worked but did not file taxes, you'll check that first box. If you worked in file taxes, you'll check the second box, right? And if you did not work at all, you just check the first box. Table 2 is very similar to that one, but this one is about your parents, right? So this is based on your parents. So in 2020, because that's what this FAFSA is based on, the year 2020, did your parents work? They not work, right? So the first one is they did not work, right? So if your parents did not work, but they were getting any governmental assistance or anything like that, they'd check off the box, the first box. If they worked, but they didn't file a tax return or not required to file a tax return, they'll pick number 2. And if they filed a tax return, right, you're going to check that box. Now, if you notice, they're also asking for particular pieces of information. So they're going to have to submit a copy of their tax return with this paperwork, or they can do a tax transcript, which you would have to go to the IRS website to get a tax transcript, or they can use a data retrieval tool in the FAFSA. And that means that when they filed their FAFSA and they used this data retrieval tool, what happened was they pulled information directly from the IRS into this tool so that they don't have to provide any other information. So you'll pick the right one based on that scenario, right? Independent students, very similar, right? So for independent students, sometimes, like I said, you will have either a separate form. Buffalo State is very unique to me because I've never seen both on one form. But for independent students, you're going to do the same thing for yourself, right? Did you work? Did you not work? And you're going to pick the distinction. So if you didn't work, you check the first box. If you worked, but you didn't file taxes or are not required to file taxes, you're going to check the second box, right? That's working, but didn't have to or did not. And then the last one is you filed a tax return for 2020, then you're going to do the same thing as the above scenario and you're going to submit that paperwork as well, right? If you are married, so in some instances, independent students are married, right? And they may have a spouse. And so that information may also be provided if they are married. Last thing that you have to do is sign it and date it. And with that, you are done. For dependent students, you must have a signature from your parent in the date. And it's done. You see how quick and easy that was? So I'm going to show you what this looks like all filled out on the next screen. So look out for that. All right, to show you how easy it is, let me show you. All right, so this is it all filled out. So we got our student information here, my household information. So I'm going based on memory from when I was in school. So this was my makeup here. This is the student makeup, right? So this person did not work. And their parents did work and filed the 2020 tax return. And so they just check off that. They'll sign and date at the bottom. Very simple and easy, and a process that you do not want to miss because we want to make sure that your financial aid forms are completely done and look great. So make sure you get this done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also make sure you like, share, and subscribe with someone who needs help filling this out. Thanks, guys. Till next time.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get on track. Get it, get it, get it, get it.